Hello, my name is Melinda Bagaga. I am a student midwife and a birth assistant. We're going to be talking about the golden hour immediately following birth, as well as initiating that first latch. So this is my beautiful baby, and my baby was just born. She has been skin to skin with me since birth, and we're going to be looking for some feeding cues that we might be interested in noticing. So after birth, there's a lot going on. I still have to deliver my placenta. Lots of attention going on down there. So I'm just focusing on baby, and my care team is taking care of the rest. So through all of that, I'm cuddling and I'm bonding, and that kind of feeling is going to get oxytocin flowing. Oxytocin is not only going to help me bond with my baby, but it's also going to help clamp down that uterus and stop any bleeding that might be happening. So that's a really important part of this golden hour. But we're also going to be looking for any feeding cues. So they just went through a lot, and sometimes they have a lot to say. So they're going to be talking to me, they might be crying, they might just be looking around wondering what in the world just happened. I just got squeezed and now it's loud and it's cold and it's bright and there's different sounds, and they're making a big adjustment right now. But we're going to be looking for certain feeding cues, like sucking on hands or starting to root and nuzzle their face into the breast. Usually we're going to be topless at this point because we want as much skin to skin contact as possible. And that amniotic fluid that they are licking their hands, and they're tasting that amniotic fluid. They've been living in the amniotic fluid, so they're aware of the scent. And the areola around the nipple has glands on it. Those glands secrete scent very similar to amniotic fluid. So it's kind of like a magnet for baby. They are looking for that. They're familiar with that. And it doesn't take them long to figure out that that's something I want. So sometimes we want to encourage that first latch. If that's something that you're wanting to do, sometimes we often see people put baby's head in the crook of their arm, and they want to do it this way because we often see babies eating this way. The difficulty with this is that this baby has never latched onto a breast before, and it can take some practice. So I think the best way to actually do it is to put your hand right behind the baby's shoulders, and you're gonna just gently hold their head in your hand, but you don't wanna put your hand behind their head and force them to the breast. You just wanna help support them, but still give them the option to move their head around. So this is gonna give you the best way to kind of help them get on at the right angle. So you're keeping them belly to your belly. You're going to use your other hand to kind of lift your breast, maneuver it in any way that you need to help them to get the best latch. And you're going to kind of lead with their chin, maybe by tickling their nose with your nipple, and they're going to lead into the breast with their chin by opening their mouth very wide to get up to that nipple, and then you're going to bring them on. So that's usually the best way to do it. Sometimes it's a little more difficult, and this is the football hold. You're gonna hold them behind the shoulders and kind of supporting their head in the same way, putting them next to the breast using your free hand to do the same thing, but it's just coming on at a different position. Sometimes this is easier for babies. It's gonna take some practice. It's not very easy when you first are learning, especially if you're a first-time mom. You're doing it for the first time. Babies always are doing it for the first time, whether it's your first baby or your 10th baby. This baby has never latched onto a breast before, and we're gonna have to learn how to do that. So that is that golden hour, the feeding cues, basics on how to get them onto the breast. If it is pinching at all, we want to release the suction by sticking a clean finger into the side of their cheek, and you can kind of pull it out just a little bit. It breaks that suction, so we can try again. We don't want any pinching, but sometimes it is a little tender in the first couple of weeks, and that's expected. But we don't want any pinching. We don't want toe curling, teeth clenching pain for mom. That's usually a latch issue, and we'd want to get a deeper latch. So more often it's because the latch is too shallow. So let them off, get that nice wide mouth. If you tickle the nose and they open up nice and wide and you bring them to the breast, the wider the latch, The deeper the latch and the less pain for mom. Those are some of our big things that we're looking for. If we ever see baby pulling away, gasping, that is a concern. Either their nose was smothered into the breast tissue, or we might be seeing other issues. If that chest starts to not look pink, if their lips start to look blue, alert your midwife right away. They're usually nearby, because this is that golden hour, remember. Yes, I think that's all.